Welcome to the Guide to Live. It's Monday, July 8th, and this is your weekly hangout to join us to talk about live streaming with people who really know what it's like.
Because let's face it, no one really knows what you're talking about if you say you're a live creator.
Yeah, but we do. So I'm Tara, and across from me is my co-host Ben, and together with our guest, we make up the Guide to Live team.
So welcome in, everybody. It's really nice having people in here as we record this live.
Yes,
Woo!
live on TikTok.
Live on TikTok. The podcast is currently recording. So today we're going to be talking about, our theme is follows. And it's kind of the one thing we can't really blame the algorithm for.
No, we
so
cannot.
So we're talking about follows, how to get them, what you need to do, what you want to avoid.
Why they're important.
Yeah. Why they're important.
Yes.
We're going to be playing Feature or Fake.
Oh, I love this.
Which is a development from our Gift or Gaff game.
Yes, Gift or Goof. We do on the other podcast. This is a new one. This is Feature or Fake.
So we're going to be I'm going to pose 3 features that are on the TikTok platform to everybody here in the audience and to Tara and the Franck. And we'll see if they can identify which one of them is the fake that I've planted in there.
Yes, this will be fun. Yeah. This will let you know how much we know our features or not.
Yeah, or not.
Or not.
I'm going to tell you what the gift game that we used to play didn't work out that well. We proved that we didn't know our gifts quite as well.
But you know what? They change all the time. The gifts change all the time. They rotate, and so do the features. They constantly improve and get better.
Yeah.
So it's good to always check to know. So this is just a little way of reminding you all about that.
Yeah. Things change. Things change. But it's okay. And actually, we always think about this. I feel like sometimes people get frustrated when stuff is changing on the platform. But really, I see that as an opportunity because as long as you're aware and like ahead of those changes,
you know what the change is,
riding the wave just ahead of them, which is kind of what we're all doing here. Like we're talking about this stuff as it's happening. That allows you to then stay ahead, and it's now a benefit. Yeah,
it's like playing the game of the algorithm. It's knowing the rules as they change. And if you know the rules changed and you know those rules, then you can play the game.
Yeah, you can play the game.
You'll play
simply
a lot better than people who don't know the rules.
Yeah, well, it's like imagine playing chess and then once every 10 days the rules changed a little bit. Or people's interest in chess went up and down because that's what's happening a lot.
Yeah, it's like instead of just playing chess, now you got to play it where you look like you dress up like, I don't know, Elton John.
Where is this?
Elton John.
Elton John playing chess.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I was imagining the Star Trek.
Excuse me.
I was imagining the Star Trek chessboard, which is like 3D.
Yeah.
That chessboard.
I mean, you could do chess on video gaming. That'd be fun on live. Let's
talk about follows.
Yeah, let's talk about follows.
So we said this. If this is the one thing you can't blame the algorithm for.
Yeah.
That means it's the thing that's really in our control.
It is absolutely in our control. And it's the one thing I think you can change the algorithm the way it's going quickly. It's the fastest way to change it the way it's going. So if you feel like you dropped all of a sudden views, like, are you asking for follows?
Yeah.
Are people following?
So let's start at the very beginning here. So follows on TikTok Live are one of the signals that the algorithm is picking up, and we can see it pushing the stream out and to get you more impressions.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening. There's a cycle there, and obviously the more follows you get, the more it pushes it out. And because follows are a really hard thing to get from people.
Yeah.
Why is it? Do you
hard
follow
to
people?
Get? I do, but number one. I forget to follow a lot of people that I like. And it's just by chance they end up back at my feed again.
Yeah.
And then I say, oh, great, I'm going to follow them this time. Or then there's also just like, there's just certain things I like and I want to keep my feed pretty,
Yeah.
I don't want it to be crazy.
Yeah. So, I think gone is the day where
this isn't a follow for follow world.
Gone is
TikTok.
that day. I think social media has completely changed in that regard. There is very much creators and then viewers. That wasn't around when Instagram and all of those places started off. Like it was follow for follow.
Yeah.
So first of all, understand that we're in that framework, right? So people are giving out follows to people or to creators that they think I would like to spend my time with them, whether short form or
I would like
videos.
their video or their content to come into my feed.
Yeah.
Like on a regular basis.
I'm following.
That's why I'm following them.
I'm not their friend. I'm following for their content.
Because I want their content.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So if follows is a cycle is what is one of the big signals pushing the algorithm out to get you more impressions and hopefully then more viewers. What we see is a kind of a trend that people will do well with follows for a while.
Especially when you're first starting, because you're wanting to build your community up. Like you're wanting to get follows. Like you really want your community to grow. Like I constantly want this community to grow.
Yeah.
Who doesn't? The better.
Who doesn't want that? I think we all want that as live streamers. Like you want to build your community. And so generally people will set goals. I want to get to 10,000 followers, 50,000 followers, a million followers. It doesn't matter what scale you're on. Like if you ask yourself, you interrogate yourself either intentionally or unintentionally.
You set a goal.
You have a goal.
Yeah, you set a goal.
That's part of growth. And I think that is a cycle that everybody goes through. Sometimes people are really good at resetting their goals. But particularly as your account gets larger and larger, we see a cycle over and over again where people hit some kind of benchmark that they were going for. And then they back off. And
it's because all of a sudden, this is great. This community's really grown. Everyone's very active. We're hitting targets.
Yep.
Things are working great. And then you start to really hone in and super serve. Super serve.
Yep.
Those are just your community.
Yeah.
And then you forget about inviting new people into your community. You forget about it. It's just natural.
Well, it's a bit of forgetting. It's also totally understandable because before you had no community to look after. Now you have 10 or 100 or 1,000 people that you're managing as a community. So it is also natural for your attention to wane as well.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is. You're learning to you're juggling a lot of things at one time. So it is natural.
So people hit this target or some kind of threshold and they back off. And we're not saying like people say, well, I completely forget follows. It's just a percentage or two.
Yeah,
they might be doing it 10% less, let's say. But if you think about how the algorithm is then working, like our understanding is it's all ratios, right?
So now it's getting 10% less follows than it was before. So it's like something's changed. Maybe this isn't as good as it was. Maybe I shouldn't send it out to as many people.
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
Yeah.
And then your views start to go down.
So, and it's a very subtle thing and it's a difficult like problem to self-analyze because much of it is an energy thing as well.
Your
that energy of like, let's go hit this. Maybe you're not doing as many pushes. You're not mentioning it. You're mentioning it one time less every stream. Or maybe
you're getting a little bummed because the views aren't as much as they were like 2 days ago when you were on.
Yeah,
and so you're like, oh, you're a little bit bummed and your energy's a little bit off. It's just like it happens sometimes. So it's always nice to just have a little I don't know. I'm going to give a little pro tip. I'm going to give a pro tip to everyone.
Give a pro tip.
Not a Q-tip, a pro tip.
Give a pro tip to Don Z so he knows it's live.
A pro tip, Don, is taking a Post-it or piece of paper or whatever and just writing down a few things just to remind yourself to do like follows, comments, like ask questions to the viewers.
Yeah.
Make little notes like that so that you can remind yourself to do it because you'll get caught up in all your juggling.
Yeah, you are juggling.
I guarantee you, if it's there and you see it, it will remind you and you can keep your follows up.
Yeah. So if that's one of the things, we said that there were two kind of mechanics going on that drop people's their follow rate down. The other is at some point you kind of reach a bit of a saturation where if you're doing the same thing and it's working and it works well, you have hit a lot of the people that you could have hit as potential viewers and followers. So there's something natural. If somebody's seen you 5 times already and they haven't followed, the chance of them becoming a follower is lower than somebody who's new who you can like pull in.
Right.
So
you say the content
yes,
tired?
I'm not saying it's getting tired. I'm just saying if it's always exactly the same, you can saturate at that point.
Right.
So the way to avoid that is making it less tired, or perhaps the more like it's slightly more friendly. It's like, let's just reinvigorate these lives.
Let me give you an analogy because this really reminds me of like, could you imagine watching a television show that never had a season change? Like Nothing changed. There was never any new characters that were introduced. It was just like the same. Like imagine watching your favorite like television show or series or whatever, or book, like reading a book, and it's the same volume over and over and over again, the same series over and over again, same season. It never changes. Yeah. You naturally as a viewer would get bored of that, and you would say, I need, why is it not growing? What's happening? I want more characters. I want some change. You want change. We want change as creatures of like the earth, human beings. We crave change. We want it. We want it, but we don't want it. It's weird. We're crazy. We want it, but we don't want it.
So let's
our
move on here.
imaginations need change.
Oh, look at that, 15,000 likes.
Oh.
Well, let's do this. I'm going to play feature or fake.
Ooh, we're
with the
still
two of
play.
us.
Yes.
And the audience here.
Okay.
So, all right, here we go.
So you all get to.
I'm going to run a poll at the end of this, and you can. Everyone can participate.
Yeah.
And I'm asking you these questions. Here's the game. Here's how the game works. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you 3 features that you would find on TikTok Live. Mm-hmm. 2 of them are real. 1 of them is fake.
That's the fake.
I would like you to all identify, if you can, and try and beat me and find which one of the fakes are. You ready? Okay, here's number 1. So, number 1, feature number 1.
Yes.
There is a toggle button. So this is for the live streamers out there.
Okay.
There is a toggle button called Hear Your Voice, where you can use headphones to hear how you sound to the viewers. You ever wanted to do that? Like sometimes when you're live and maybe you've got things going on, it's hard to monitor yourself. So
it's nice to know how you sound.
There's a few people thinking that that's real.
Somebody
Susan
says feature, real.
Yeah.
Touch of Southern says real.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Eek, don't want to ever hear your own voice.
Ooh,
Tell me
Debbie
about it,
says
Debbie.
No. I used to.
So is that a feature or is that a fake? We'll come back to it.
Okay.
Number 2.
Let's hear number 2.
You can use a feature called partial green screen.
Ooh.
And that allows you to put a green screen up and then drag it down so it's covering half of the screen only.
Kind of like this screen. Like you would be a green screen.
Yeah. So that is feature number 2, partial green screen. Or feature number 3, everyone knows that you can add music while you're live, right?
Yeah.
Did you know that? And if you didn't, it's in the settings.
I can play it on my phone.
And when you do that, one of the options, you can choose from different styles of music. And one of them is, the style is songs about gifts.
Songs about gifts.
Yeah.
That seems silly. Why would anyone have a song that's about the gifts? Is that real? That seems suspect.
Let's see. I'm
Let's
starting
do
a poll now here.
I want to know.
So feature or fake, is there a feature called Hear Your Voice? Is there a feature called Songs or Gift? I want you to click the one that is the fake, find the fake, or is it partial green screen?
Only click on the fake.
Songs about gifts. There's the TikTok universe that had a song.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if that's the song
Quick
that they
blast
play.
of that.
Together we are the TikTok universe.
Nice at the end.
Yeah,
there.
so like that was a good harmony.
Yeah. What if they're all real? Pat, I wouldn't do that to you. Not on the first round of feature or fake.
There's always a fake.
Yeah.
There's always a fake. We won't fake you out that bad.
Okay, so there's 2.5
Thanks, Pat.
minutes left on the poll there. We are asking, is it a feature or is it a fake? 3 TikTok features. I have made one of them up. That's what I do. I'm trying to trick you all.
He's really good. He's the creative director. So he makes up really good ones. It's hard to tell which one's fake and which one's real. Especially with the gifts. And so he paints such a beautiful, lovely picture of them too.
Yeah.
Your mind's eye is just full of imagery.
Yeah. You just make a beautiful gift right now with a soaring dragon flying through the sky, landing on a castle, and the turret crumbles onto the floor and it hits a flower which blooms into more flowers.
Ooh, that's a new. What's that one called?
Castle Time.
No, that's bad. You need to, not on the spot. You're not good at You have to think about it for a minute.
You have to prep it. Yeah.
Yes.
Which is the fake? Which is the fake?
Which is the fake? Which is the feature? Which is the fake? which is the feature.
Okay, Tara, I'm going to be coming to you first. If you could talk me through your thinking.
All right, so
that would be
I'm
very
going
useful.
to say, hear your own voice. I've never seen that feature, but it would be useful. And I think it is a feature because I think it makes sense. It's practical.
Okay.
Like, especially if there's things are stepping up on the platform. I think that is a feature.
So Tara says, hear your own voice is the fake.
Yes.
I'm going to have a look at the poll results here.
No, I don't think it's a fake. I think it's real.
Oh, wow. Go.
I'm saying what I think's real.
Okay. So which is the other one you think is real?
I have ADHD.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
I'm like thinking 1,000 things.
Yeah.
No, and the other one I think is real is the, I don't think that song sounds silly. I mean, I know there's music features, but I've never like, what kind of song about gifts?
Okay. So that means
I've seen some crazy green screen. So I'm going to say that the song thing's fake. That's not a real song.
Okay. All right. So song about gifts you think is the fake.
I think Blue Eyes agrees.
Okay. Right. All right. Well, let's have a look at the poll results. So, okay. So most people think that songs about gifts is the fake.
No lie.
No lie.
Dr. Dimple says, I've heard the song for sure. You've heard the song.
So there are quite a few people who voted for Hear Your Own Voice, though, I will say, and several people voting for partial green screen.
Yes.
Let's have a little drum roll, please.
All right. Do we have a drum roll?
No, we don't have a drum roll.
We have this. Oh. Never mind. We have failure to operate the soundboard.
Thank you. Tree Michigan is giving a little drum roll. Drum roll in
right,
the
here we go. I got it.
Drum roll in the chat, please.
That's the only drum I have.
Terrible
it's a rim
drum
shot.
roll.
I need a rim shot. Yeah.
So the answer is let's go in the order that I gave them to you.
All right.
So number one, is there a toggle button to hear your own voice? The answer is correct. True.
Yes.
It is a feature on TikTok. I think so. I saw someone say it. Susan Love, correct. It's also in the practice settings. Susan Love can come back into the class. We kicked a lot of people out of class earlier because they didn't.
Touch a Southern said, yes.
They didn't answer a question correctly. Yes. But Susan, you're allowed back in and you can have your milk at lunch.
You can have your coolie.
Congratulations.
Does anybody ever have a coolie when they were in high school or
I don't
grade
know
school?
what that is.
A coolie is a drink.
So
comes in.
Secondly, the next one was partial green screen. So the partial green screen, everyone knows there's lots of green screen options, and you can have it all over your backdrop or you can insert it somewhere. There's nowhere where you can just place it over half your screen, despite being able to move it around once it's up there. So the partial green screen was the fake.
Oh, man.
Because there are lots of different types of green screens, but no partial one.
So that means there's a song about gifts.
There is one of the options. You can choose party. You can choose electronica. You can use jazz. You can choose romance. You can choose fresh. You can choose gentle.
Fresh.
Or you can choose songs about gifts.
Yeah. Good for you,
who got it right?
Blue. Okay,
Madame
I
Blue
want
got it
everyone
right.
to play the song about gifts on their next live.
Yeah.
And then do a little short for it and send it to me. In the
Okay,
Discord.
so Madame Blue, Fun Guy, and Dr. Dimples all correctly identified the fake. Congratulations. Very
Yay.
nice. Very nice.
Nice one.
So I think
this is for the fake one. For everyone who chose wrong, you get a trombone.
Yeah. So I think I win that one. I beat Tara and I managed to fool most of the people in the audience there. And it's just the three of us over here. Dr. Dimples, Funny Guy, and Madame Blue, who we're off laughing in the corner.
All of you who didn't know, you know now. And if you don't know, now you know. And knowing is half the battle.
Yeah, now you know.
G.I. Joe.
Is that a G.I. Joe commercial?
Yes, it's the end of the cartoon. There would be like a public service announcement cartoon, which there's a really good voiceover videos of those, which are hilarious. If you ever want to laugh yourself silly and you grew up to that, you need to watch that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would say, oh, now I know. And they'd say, and knowing is half the battle. And then it would go, G.I. Joe.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let's talk about our question of the day. We talked about
I'm
a tiny bit.
I'm disappointed too about the green screen. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I just wanted to say one more thing about the thing that we talked about.
Oh yeah.
The feature or fake. I'm disappointed too. Maybe we will get that feature.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
That's what I want to say.
It'd be kind of fun to have one at the front and one at the back.
Yeah, you could be like a horse running with legs, but you're like a person on the top.
Yeah. So anyone who was hanging out here before, we're going to talk about dancing? Promoting your live again.
Yes.
Here. So let's do it. The question of the day.
Question of the day.
Question of the day.
Question of the day.
Comes from Shelley ASMR. Is there a benefit to promoting your live? So let's do it quickly. What happens when you promote your live, Tara?
So when you promote your live, you get more impressions than normal. It's not an organic push of. It's a non-organic push of impressions that are sent to random people's For You page.
An impression isn't a view. It's just the opportunity for that person to click on your live and come and watch it. So it's really important to know that if you're promoting a live, and by promoting, we literally mean going in Susan. And you pay to promote before the live, and you then it places it onto like the live feed or the For You page as an impression. And it's your job as the live streamer then to convert those impressions into views. So it's a little bit, when you see TikTok live doing the showcases and the takeovers, very much similar thing is going on. There's some additional views going to that person. So they're highlighted. That's it. It's a showcase. But really what we're always looking for on our side afterwards is, did people turn them into viewers and retain them? Because that shows that the content is interesting and good.
And the content is engaging.
Yeah. Yeah. So is it worth it? The answer to the question has to be only if, one, it varies, but two, only if the content that you're already doing has been proven through organic, just like doing it live, has been proven to turn impressions into views. Right. You're good at pulling people in. Yeah. If that's the case, then you want a lot of impressions.
Yeah. Like if you have a high tap through rate and people are tapping through, then and in your content has been strong and your views have been consistent, that's probably a good sign. Yeah.
So think about it's like the viewer funnel, really. We talk about this. So we're talking, you're very much at the top of the funnel at the moment. You're putting more people in at the top. If at the bottom of the funnel is followers, subscribers, gifters, right down at the bottom, people that have seen your live, come in, become part of your community, come all the way down, and then they become those like part of your community. Yes. The top of the funnel, the wider it is, the more chance you've got people to get down, and that's what promoting does. It opens up the funnel at the top.
A way of getting promoted without having to pay extra money? Get your follows up.
Oh yeah.
That's the overarching theme. I just wanted to tie it back.
Thank you. That. Yes, exactly. So if we talked about people's follows dropping off, that must mean you got to keep them up to be getting the views. So Tara's exactly right. The promotion is simply in place of actual engagement, which is pushing you out to the For You page. And one of the strongest things is your
follows. Your engagement is high already, and if you have high engagement and you're getting the views, then yes, that is a great way for you to find a newer audience that's outside of your organic audience. And it's just putting you in front of new eyes that may not have seen you. Yeah. And whether or not they tap through and watch, that all has to do with what you're doing and how engaging it is. Yeah.
Are you engaged? I don't know.
Are you engaged? I just want to bring this up because a lot of people are like, oh, none of my community is knowing when I'm going live anymore. Yeah. It's because a lot of people are following a lot of people and a lot of people are getting a lot of notifications. And you might come later on the evening when they've already gotten their max amount of those. And
now what?
You can't rely on that anymore. You really cannot rely on that anymore you have to promote yourself, whether it's getting off platform community. So you can let people know when you're going live, or setting events. Setting a live event is the guaranteed way to get someone to definitely know that you're live. Yeah. Because it's going to send them directly to their phone. Like, boom. It's boom. Like it goes into their calendar. Yeah. I mean, it's like the best way. Yeah. This is how we do. Ooh.
everything that Tara said is very important. I think what she just said, and if you didn't listen to it, you can listen to it on the replay. Everything she just said was very important. And a lot of these things are kind of like core things to remember, particularly when the going gets tough, because the going gets tough on live for everybody.
Yes.
Ups and downs.
Even,
no one's crushing it all the time.
Even in one stream, it can go up and down multiple times.
Yeah.
It's not steady all the time.
Yeah. So, kind of understanding how it's all working and that it's not always like this is under your control, but you're also in this sea of attention that's going on as well. So that thing that we were talking about, like constantly getting follows, is like that can be through calls to action that you're doing. It could be that your content is slightly tired right now and it needs a bit of refreshing.
A revamp.
But nothing is inherently wrong. It's just like some action needs to happen. And that is the case constantly on live. And I think it's very easy to just assume that there's a block in the way. And I would say 99% of the time, there isn't an actual physical block in the way to getting audience.
No.
And that's what we say, getting follows. There's no algorithmic trick to that.
No.
How do you get someone to be your friend? It's kind of like that.
Well, what's the best? I mean, the easiest way to get someone to follow is to put a sticker on when you go live that says "Follow me." That's just a reminder, because a lot of times people will want to follow you, they just forget to.
Yeah.
And then it's just creating ways of making them want to come back and see your content over and over again. I want this content. I mean, that's what, to me, that is what I think a lot of people, they might not even realize it, but the reason they follow you is because they want your content on their feed. They want you to be in their channel. They want to see your stuff.
Yeah. Make them want to follow you. And
that's it.
Dr. Dimples, he may have a name that describes a cheeky little face, but that face talks a lot of sense. You make them want to follow you. And I don't think he means that in a kind of axe murdery kind of way. He means
give them a reason.
Give them a reason.
Give them a reason. Give them value. They want that. I want that value every day.
Yeah.
I want to follow this person.
But if you but if it is an axe murderer, then a couple of nice dimples as it's going down might be nice. Thanks, Dr.
Psycho.
Dimples.
I always think of Christian Bale in American Psycho. Such a good-looking psycho.
Yeah, such a good-looking psycho. Okay, everybody. Well, we're going to hop off here. We're going to jump into Blue Pro and get on to a chit-chat with the Franck, seeing as that didn't work here. So we're going to see you in the green room.
Everyone here, if you're in the community, join us over in the green room.
Oh, what's up, Wade? Paul dives in there with the double fingers. We will see you there. If you're not, then na.